Hello there everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Through the Dragon's Eye. And when I say part 2, this is not the full episode unedited, this is with my talking over it, your favourite thing to watch. So we're still in 1989. Ignore the fact that it's now 9 in the background, which of course came out in 1987. I just fancy a change in nows for the background. But hey, I've still got my 80s Adidas jacket on, I hope you all do too. So now, without further ado, let's delve into part 2, or should I say chapter 2, of Through the Dragon's Eye, Flight to Widge.
North or south, east or west, the quest to save the life of Pelamar goes far. Look bravely through the dragon's eye and fly.
So we start off with what you think is just a recap of the first chapter. Pretty standard, we would have had to wait a week or so. But after all that, we literally get, I kid you not, for 26 seconds, a piece of written page about basically what we've just found out. I mean, come on, kids aren't that forgettable. We can remember this, and don't forget, most of this was shown in schools, one after the other. I think sometimes on special days we'd watch 2 episodes in, one sitting. So the fact that this goes on for 26 seconds, it just drags, man.
But there are only 22 here.
Yes, we just read the fact there's only 22. Stop saying it!
See? 22. 3 are missing.
There are no more Vitons in Pelamar.
They cannot have vanished if they are not in Pelamar.
They're not.
Then they must have fallen beyond the mountains, in Widge.
In Widge? Oh no, not in Widge. Please, not Widge.
What I love about this, right, they're all going,
Widge, please not in Widge.
but Widge is like the most least threatening name ever. You want to get somewhere threatening, be like, I don't know, Doomland or something like that, not Widge.
Rudy!
But it's an awful place. The air's so thin you can't fly. The weather changes every minute. It's nothing but tricks and traps and widgets.
Widgets?
Yeah, the widgets were there. The widgets?
If they've got their furry fingers on the Vitons, we shall never get them back.
We have to get them back. A search party must set out at once. I will go. Who will come with me?
So basically the consensus is Widge is a really bad place. Gorwin's like,
Hey guys, look, we need to go and sort this thing out. So I'm gonna go Widge. Who's gonna come?
the gatekeepers are all too afraid, so who will go with them?
I'd like to go. All right then.
So of course all 3 kids want to go, and how do they solve the fact that one of them has to stay here? Through a very democratic game of let's draw on who gets the shortest pencil.
Don't let us see the other ends. Shortest stays. Sorry, Jenny. I'm not the best reader. That's the trouble. You'll be fine. Just have a go.
Here's some character building.
Now, one of the keepers must come with us. 2 will stay with Jenny.
It's all right, Gorwin.
Again, another democratic game of Ip Dip Sky Blue, who goes not you, never heard of that. But one of the keepers comes with them, and through that game and Gorwin's, intimidation, it becomes Boris.
What?
The search party is Boris, Scott, Amanda, and Rudy.
You're coming too.
Of course. I am the only Pelamot who can speak Widgeon.
Widgeon, oh my goodness me. This old Widge thing, it just doesn't work, does it? It's laughable, even for children. Widge, Widgeot, Widgeon, bleh.
This could be useful.
What is it?
It's a map of Widge.
What? And don't you love how that was just lying around? So because Gorwin's too impatient and flies off with him, they all decide to fly as well. And I'm really worried we're gonna get... Oh no! Oh no! These flying graphics, man.
What's the matter, cold?
Just for a second. Yes. I felt sort of shivery.
Well, come on then, tell me what to do.
I love how impatient Doris is. Doris is like me now watching this show.
Oh, a caterpillar. It's eaten holes in the page.
Caterpillar?
So because the plot needs more danger, they say, hey, do you know what? There's a caterpillar that Morris owns and it's eating the book. Wonderfully convenient, of course, but, you know, we've got to make this dangerous somehow for the kids. For the kids!
The 4 try something Vitons make up the base. The 4 what Vitons make up the base?
Missing words. Words include reading. I think there's a song coming on.
Try.
Doesn't matter if the caterpillar's eaten bits of word.
Ooh, a lovely bass baritone voice.
The 4 try something.
What's behind?
From behind, what are you chatting?
You can read the bit that's clear.
Try. Yes, try.
Fit it into your idea.
Try Viton. I get that this is trying to help you, it's trying to, help you fill in words, but this is surely not applicable to many things for kids. It may work here, we've seen the Vitons, we know what we look like, but shapes? Maybe it means triangle?
Triangular. That's a shape, all right.
There, I told you, glad you heard. Doesn't matter if the caterpillar's eaten bits of word.
Got it! Triangular!
And so basically for what goes along for a minute, we essentially learn that, it's triangle. 4 triangular Vitons make up the base. Thank you for the song. Very well needed.
What a helpful book.
The book didn't do anything. Is she implying that the book sang to her, that she heard that? So now we get more really awkward late 80s flying graphic. It's hard to critique this when you're watching it. It just, even as a 4 and 5-year-old, I'm sure this was to be, the mouse is walking on air. Can we just, at least the others are trying to fly. The mouse is just walking on air.
Really clever.
Morris, we're getting left behind.
Brain's better than silly old reading.
Oh no, don't do a loop. Oh, dearie me. It's not the worst flying thing I've ever seen in all medium, but it's definitely not brilliant.
That's a word. That's a number. They both mean 4.
No way! I know I'm thinking of the educational aspect, but I'm sure most kids knew that anyway, didn't they? Surely.
Morris!
And now, a triple loop the loop!
I think Boris has forgotten the immediate danger that this, Pelamar's supposedly in. He's more prepared to do triple loop-de-loops with really awkward flying graphics rather than get the Vitons to save himself from death. And that probably would have killed them.
You were showing off, weren't you?
Don't be cross. Anyway, I think it's time we stop for something to eat.
Yes.
Do we?
But not you, Boris. You haven't time.
Don't I get anything at all?
We'll let Boris starve to serve the plot. What I do find charming about these Look and Read series is all the words that pop up are in that really, that same font. I don't know what it's called, but it's just a really charming font to me. It takes me back to the early days of school. And obviously it's very accessible for kids to read. It's very easy to read.
Peanuts.
Me, please.
Yeah, you have them, you demented, twisted mouse thing. I do feel a bit bad for Boris. Yeah, he was showing off, but come on, let the man eat. You're in some sort of foreign land. You just want to let the man starve? I can't get over that. All these dark subtexts I'm probably reading far too much into. Oh, strawberries and salt, man. 1 step ticket to heart disease.
What's the matter, Boris?
Strawberries. They're awful.
they'd be nicer with sugar on them instead of salt. Perhaps reading's not so silly after all.
Oh my god, he's communicated things in his hat. That's hilarious.
If this is a high fade zone, it's bound not to work.
Everywhere's apparently a high fade zone according to you lot.
Jenny! Hi, Jenny. How are you getting on?
Fine. We fitted 4 Vitons so far, but Doris isn't being too helpful. And it's getting so cold. Are you cold?
No, it's a nice warm evening here.
Strange. As soon as Gorwin left, it got cold. More sort of shivery than cold, really. I don't like it.
I will give some storytelling elements here that does make it seem quite eerie.
Hang on, I'll tell Gorwin. See what he thinks. Rhodey! Rhodey's fading!
Rhodey's dying already?
Get away from here! Hurry!
No, not the food!
Rhodey, hurry! Rhodey! Rhodey?
So of course he doesn't die yet, necessarily. He just becomes a tiny little mouse that's going to be pocketed for the rest of the adventure, probably because the puppet budget ran out. Well, clearly a lot of this budget went to these flying scenes. Whether that was just to save time by including the same stock flying thing forever, I don't know.
Poor Rhodey. He will still be able to talk to the widgets, won't he?
I hope so.
Are the widgets as bad as Boris says they are?
No, just naughty, I suppose. I'm sure they won't help us.
Oh, well then, this seems pretty pointless then. Well, how about we don't go and seek their help? Then we quickly see what the widgets look like. And to put it quite frankly, they're Ewoks. They're budget Ewoks. You've seen Star Wars Episode 6? They're Ewoks. They're just smaller, cheaper, even more indistinguishable, probably even more annoying, not as adorable. Discount Ewoks.
Which way?
I don't know.
Oh, very helpful.
You alright, Gorwin?
No, it's not fine. His jaw's hanging open. Look at that.
We could do with some road signs. Sky signs, you mean? Look! Sky writing!
Beware thin air. Who doesn't love a bit of rhyme? Skywriting that's conveniently the same font as everything else we interact with in this world. Pelamar. Oh, we saw that in episode 1. We know how to spell that one now. No go. More rhyming. No go. Pelamar, no go. Too low. How about you just say don't go too low? If you're trying to institute grammar in children, maybe make it grammatical. Which way? You mean which way? And so the skywriting descends with them for some reason, and we come to a landing. But don't worry, the Widgeons are waiting. Widgots, Widgeons, whatever they're called, the Ewoks. The Ewoks are waiting for them.
Is that them? The widgets?
Yep, that's them, all right.
Rhodey, tell the widgets we are friends and we need their help.
Oh, all right.
You've just clearly taken some words, reversed them and put them through some sort of machine. We were so easily entertained as children, weren't we? Just the sound of that. Wow, another language? I bet people speak like that. Just for the record, don't go to any country and go, you'll probably be arrested.
What are they saying?
I can't hear from here, but I told them about the Vita core, that there are 3 Vitons missing, and that we think they are somewhere in Widge. They say we can stay here for the night, Gorwin.
So they try to communicate with the Widgets, and it all seems maybe they aren't so bad as everyone makes out.
They are friendly after all.
Huh.
We could start to work out a plan. Now, where are we? Border camp, I suppose. There are 3 paths from here. Well, which one do we take? I don't know. Go for the middle one. North.
North? Says the Widget in his head. Ha ha, good trick. Oh, they're deceiving them. But do we know that? Of course we don't.
Boris, look!
North or south, east or west.
Oh, for goodness sake. These cliffhangers, man. So the cliffhanger here is the Widget said, haha, we've played a trick, they're going the wrong way. So instead of maybe showing them, you know, heading north and then getting into trouble, it's just showing them sat around a campfire, the end. God, I mean, if you weren't forced to see this at school, how the hell were you enticed to naturally come back and watch this the following week? That baffles me. But in the end, that is Through the Dragon's Eye Part 2. We've laughed a lot, we've cringed, we've also cringed a lot. That is Part 2 of the series, so tune in next week to see Part 3. And remember, on the next Monday evening, you'll be able to see the full episode of Chapter 2, unedited, without my commentary, just if you want to bask in that lovely late 80s, early 90s nostalgia yourself. But thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a comment, leave a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, please share it around with your friends and check out the other videos on the channel. And until the next one, I will see you guys next time.